Well, I'm headed out today. This is Monday, and one of the days of our quarantine. I'm just gonna lock my door here behind me. Bear with me a sec. And I decided that I should probably take it seriously. I'm gonna take with me this box. I'll explain in a minute. But I spent the weekend at home. I don't always do that. I really like to go out on weekends and ooh, there's an old timer, a 53 Chevy Bel Air. I have spent a good deal of time not observing the quarantine. And but I thought, you know, I really should be more serious about it. A lot of people are. It's impossible, perhaps, to... Oh, I wish I had not come out at this moment with him doing that. Anyway, I thought I should continue with life as normal as I can. And I don't live in fear. I try to be practical. But life goes on and you sort of have to, you gotta go to the grocery store once in a while and you need to cope with things as they come up. Sorry, I'm just bouncing along here. I don't know what else to do. I'm wearing sandals, so that's the other problem. That means I'm a little unsure of my footing. I'm not a sandals guy. I bought this pair of sandals because they have a three-point, what do you call it, straps. And they're Velcro, so I can get in and out of them quick. That's the way shoes should be. We are getting new leaves on everything. Well, many of our trees here, we never did lose their leaves. The ficus trees, and yeah, that's a ficus there, the biggest one. But two of the tree types that we have here do lose their leaves. One is right there. Well, I'll say this one on the corner. And the other is the one that has the big yellow, the big orange flowers. Well, I have not picked my time wisely. Lots of traffic. And this guy up here is probably going to take 42 minutes to get out of his car. It always bothers me. Come on, park your car, get out. I'm that way. Park it up. Well, not really. I don't. Up here a ways is, looks like Mauro way up there. He is working the shift today. Guys tend to work that is the guard people, the gate people, work in tandem. Here this garden looks like quite a disaster because they are tearing it apart, working to renovate it, rebuild it. It was just quite a little jungle. Now it's kind of bare, but I'll see what I can do to help them. They just need some labor, really. Over there, Gabby's in the office. Hola. I'm going over to the plant store. Al vivero, allá. ¿Quién está con...?
Hay dos chiquitos.
Okay. That's a little kitty. ¿Dónde está Felito?
Ya anda para allá, fue a visitar a Manolín.
Oh yes, okay.
Llegó a bici, hermano.
All right. I'm gonna go. I'm still climbing. You probably can't tell, but I'm on a steep hill, and I really struggle some days to do this more than once. My feet hurt. My breathing is sometimes harder. We're at a high altitude here, so the extra effort is met with more difficult breathing. Here in the boulevard, it's dry. Look at around the city here. There are the rooftops of our houses. You can see it's a very steep decline. And there's my store there in the tan, with the blue sign. Farmacia Guadalajara is a chain in Mexico, much like CVS or Walgreens. Now those are the harvest trucks, farm trucks. And they approach our little hill here with some caution. It's very steep and it's very long, so you'll hear the Jake brakes a lot. I am going to point the camera here to the other side of my street. One of my objectives here was to see how much traffic we have. I don't know if Monday's a high traffic or low traffic day, but I live well south, and this is Avenida del Parque, Avenue of the Park, and we're kind of dry right now. You've seen it many times, but there are the jogging trails going up there. I was curious to see if we had fewer cars today. I'm going over there. You see that boy there in the orange shirt. Some of the city transit buses. We have all kinds of city buses, and I haven't quite figured out I can't see where I'm pointing this because it has gone black. Up there, the building with the red accents, a little shopping place, and Rusty's Vet is there. Over here, oh, I missed my place. I want to run across here. I wanted to take you along today to this little plant shop, a little nursery which has just opened up. They have built a little business out of an empty lot, which was just really junky, really bad. And I think they've been here like a month. A nice lady, she says her father is really the owner, and apparently he has retired and is doing something he's always wanted to do, and that is to open a plant shop. And they are taking advantage of this very irregular lot to build and add a lot of plants. It's quite nice. It's new and it's rustic and not developed yet, but they're working on it. So all of this was built. Hola. Buenas tardes. Estoy haciendo un video. ¿Quieres bailar por mí? Hola, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo están?
Bien, bien.
Necesito... ¿Puedo ir por fuera, por dentro?
Claro.
Mire qué bonito es. She has so many nice things. They have made this like a little comfortable place. It's not, it looks like a little cafe, but it isn't. It's just a place to sit, her family, and she makes these flower bouquets, and they have lots of pots, and it goes way into the back. I'll take this with you in a minute. I'm going to shut this off while I chat with her. Cada día hay cambios. Every day it's different. Well, I'm not here every day, but a couple times a week. And I really have been interested in this rooftop malla. They call it a malla. It's a screen. And I'm thinking of doing that in my backyard. We'll see. But look at this. I bought several of, well, let me think, two at least of my larger plants. And nice little shade place there for working. You know, they've not invested a huge amount of money, but it's enough to make it nice. And I think it's interesting that it's on this hill. And the guy there in the back, oh, that's a guy and a gal. The man in the back has helped me several times. He'll help me when I come over here and need something big in my wheelbarrow. He will actually roll it all the way across to the front of Alhambra so I don't have to wrestle with it. I've done that a couple times and it's troublesome. All right, and see, they're gonna have all these different levels to work on. Isn't that cool? And that'll be just strong enough to support it. You know, we don't have high wind here. We don't have storms generally, like we would in Nebraska, but heavy rain, yes, but not this windy. Now, I'm gonna come here. Ayúdame? He speaks English. You speak enough English, don't you? Good, thank you. Come here, I'm gonna practice Spanish with him. I need two of these claves, o clavelas. Aquí, esas. O esas más chiquitas here. ¿O son iguales?
Esta no, son iguales, pero es más chiquita.
Pero la forma, en fin, crece igual.
Sí, crece igual.
Well, then give me a red one. Una roja. ¿Cuál es? ¿Una de esas? Ah, no sé. Esa para atrás.
¿Esa?
Esa, sí. ¿Y qué más quiero? Dos de esas. Una blanca. Esa blanca. I think that black one is there. Yeah. Oh, this pink is so nice. This is really pretty. Okay, but tres es suficiente. Y esas muñecas, I want tres de esos. Tres. Oh, la grande atrás. Está bien esa. La grande atrás. Atrás. Una más. Esas dos. Ok, sorry. ¿Va a caber? ¿Va a caber bien? All right. Es aquí izquierda, esa. 3 y 2. 1, 2. Is that what I said? 1, 2, 3. I think I want another one of these. Pero qué color la roja. Esa de la coral. Is this coral? What color do you call this? ¿Qué color es?
Es rosa.
Rose. Then I'll have that one. ¿Es igual de precio?
Yeah.
All right. It's big. All right. Well, that's okay. Is it going to fit in there? All right. ¿Y su papá es dueño? ¿Abuelo?
My grandpa.
Grandpa. Yeah, I met him. La conocí la última vez. Okay, bueno. Oh, no. Sí. It's so nice to see you. You have helped. Me ayudas cada vez. Eres buen trabajador, mire. ¿El perro es suyo?
Allá está.
Yeah. Oh, no está feliz. He wants to come. So I got 3 carnations and 3 muñecas. This is pretty. ¿Cuánto es? Clavel. All right. Clavel and muñeca. And over there they have the dirt, the planting soil. I have gotten 2 of those, but the problem is they put it in 100-pound bags. I can't even move it. It's probably hard to see, but directly ahead of me, and a little to the left and to the right, is the city, what I would call the south. I'm in the southeast corner, and so you're looking northeast there. What I started to tell you earlier was that, and by the way, I'm just taking a little rest here in the park, and there is the little store over there. They've made that out of an empty lot. I don't know if they bought the lot or if they're just renting the space, but it does make good use of it. What I started to tell you was that last time I was here a few days ago, the lady introduced me to her father, and it seems that he has retired, and one of the things he always wanted to do, and when he had a time and chance to do it, was to sort of exploit his love of plants and landscaping. So he has decided to open this store, and she's mostly running it for him. So that always makes me think how much we need to be prepared for retirement. You know, and I talked to a retirement group on Facebook, and I get the impression sometimes that many American men aren't really prepared for it, in the sense that they don't have anything to do. You know, they think, well, I'll move to the beach, I'll move to a bigger city or a hot spot. But, you know, you can't let that be your life's input. You can't let your surroundings dictate who you are. You need to take into retirement something of yourself that's going to sustain you. You need a hobby or 2 or 5. I've got enough hobbies to last another century or 2, and because that's just the way I've always been. I've always believed that our hobbies and our interests sustained me, that I should say my hobbies sustained me through the tough work that I used to do, stressful things that we go through in life. We need more than just focusing on all of that. And so there we go into retirement, and what do we have? We just have more of the same, or nothing. I think of my father, who retired with no particular interest in doing other things. He liked bowling, but you can't, even that was a distant hobby at one time. So he was watching football games on TV all the time. Anyway, that's my sermon, and I'm gonna get my stuff together here and head home. I need really to run over to the store and get a couple of things. That's all for now. Well, here I am at the entrance to Alhambra. Just taking my time getting home. It's midday. It's much brighter. I don't normally take any kind of pictures or video midday. Usually from 10 to 4 is a forbidden time for me. The sun's just too bright. But today I'm out walking and I have nothing else to do, and I very much wanted to go over and pick up a few more plants. And there's my view down into the city. Isn't that pretty? It's just lovely at night. It's amazing. If you remember the 5 crooked towers, those towers with the red trim on them, there were 3 of one and 2 of another. That is down in there. You can't see them from here, but anyway, I'm on my way home. I might have taken a little more time there at the store, but I didn't. I didn't want to run the camera too much in case they weren't real cool with that, but I'll be all right. It's just that I was going to say, the boy Axel, you know, here in Querétaro they have suspended school beginning today. So, no school for 4 weeks. I don't know if they'll plan to pick up and make that up later in the year or what. But aside from that, I should explain that many times in urban areas like this, the schools aren't able to contain, how do I put this? They don't have room for all the students, so they run 2 shifts of school. And if you're a teacher, you might work in the morning or the afternoon. They call it what do they call it? A turno? No, they have a better word. Sorry, it's escaped me now. But that was the case in Nayarit, both in Los Pericos and in Tepic. I better go back. So that they run 2 shifts of school. So you might go into school at 7, 8 in the morning, 7 I think it was, really early, and come home 1 to 2. And then I think the afternoon kids would go in. What did they do? They went from 1 or 1:30, 2 o'clock to 7? Was that right? So that would be normally the reason you would see a kid like Axel not at school, is because he's in the other shift. Matuturno? What is the phrase? Oh well, can't think of it. Look at that thing, it's pretty. I'm always curious about this little corner of houses. They have been built in such a way that their patios intersect. I think it's just so interesting. You know, we're on a hill, so every house is a different position and a different height. Faces a different crooked street, so it's all very cleverly done. My street is right there. My house is the lower one past the blue Volkswagen Passat with the 2 trees in front. My neighbors here are very nice. They had this beautiful palm tree. They have one of the prettiest little front gardens. Isn't this pretty? Poor palm tree needs a clipping. Anyway, that's there. I guess it's time to go home. Some of the trees which lost leaves over the winter are getting them back, like that one there, and also the flowering shrubs like the bougainvillea are popping again. Well, I'm coming home, and we'll show you what I did today. I always think of the people who sell plants and try to help us with our crazy ideas. I always wonder how they would approve of things that we do. There's my doggy. There's my Rusty in there. Yes, he's a happy boy. My house has been in a state of construction and mess and dirt and grit, sand and gravel for about 5 months. Started mid-November, and we work every day or two. The guys that work for me also have full-time jobs, so they work for me when they have a little time off, like early in the morning, usually. Sometimes a weekend, but usually not. Anyway, this is my backyard, which used to be just a total mess. The wall was here, but nothing else. Today, if you were watching earlier, you saw that I bought these little guys here. I now have 4 of these carnations and 4 of the little things called muñeca. And I'm very happy with that. That doesn't mean it's done by any means. I'll be working on this for a long time. But little by little, I'm in no hurry. I have plenty of time, and I just sort of do things as I feel inspired. This is a mango tree. Beautiful flower setting on there. I think I have 10 or 12 flower stems. Here's one that was completed earlier. Now has just little fruit buds setting on. They may survive to maturity, perhaps not. And that's that. So I have a little bit more finish on this square. Soon we will be doing black Cantera pavers on all the walkways. And that's that. And there's Rusty. Rusty, are you good? Come on, Rusty. Let's go outside.